Sometimes I just crave a ton of rice. Broken rice, stir fry, sticky rice, congee, rice noodles. There are so many ways to have it, but one thing remains the same. I love rice. Some people need to have bread or pasta every day. For me, it's rice. When I don't get enough and the craving hits, everybody better get out of my way because I've got a one-track mind. Must find and eat rice. There are so many amazing rice dishes. It was hard to pick just 3 for today, but I think you'll really like them. I'll take you back to my childhood with sticky rice and yucca. It's just the way my mom used to make it, finished with roasted peanut and sesame. This dish is comforting and oh so tasty. A wild rice salad is the perfect update to traditional rice dishes. With tofu, carrots, and edamame, it may look refreshing, but it definitely does not skimp out on flavor. A bold miso dressing touched with honey provides the ideal balance of savory and sweet. Broken rice has been overlooked lately, but I'll show you how easy it is to make today. My recipe with Chinese sausage and gailan will tempt you to make broken rice any day of the week. You might not be as crazy about rice as I am, but maybe you will be after trying these dishes. That's because rice is nice, but my recipes make it even nicer. Sometimes broken rice can be overlooked, but not in this dish. We're gonna make it the star. We're gonna fry it up with some Chinese sausage and gailan. So I have here about 3 cups of cooked broken rice. And what you do is you cook it like regular rice in a pot over the stove, but be careful, it cooks really, really fast. So you wanna keep a very close eye on this. And now we're gonna heat up this wok here with about a tablespoon of oil. While this oil is heating up, let's talk about what we're gonna cook in it. We're gonna fry up 2 eggs with about a tablespoon of peeled and minced up ginger, a tablespoon of garlic, really minced up, and about a tablespoon of fresh green chilies. Just gonna take a quick peek, check if the oil's ready. It's almost ready, so I'm gonna crack these eggs here. Give it a little whisk. Make it up. And the oil is ready. So now we're gonna toss in the ginger, toss in the garlic, and the fresh green chilies. Give that a quick stir. You don't want the oil too hot, because you don't want the garlic to burn, because if it does, it'll start to turn a little bitter. Just want it nice and golden. Looks like we're ready to add the eggs. And just think of it as making some scrambled eggs. So the consistency you're looking for is a little bit runny, but it's still gonna be breaking up into pieces. You don't wanna overcook the egg because you're gonna add it to the fried rice later on, and it's gonna cook a little bit longer. This is what you're looking for, like a soft, fried, scrambled egg. Let's keep it aside for a little bit later. And I'm gonna have to clean this wok for the next step. So while I clean it, let's talk about the other ingredients. Gailan is Chinese broccoli. The name means mustard orchid, but it's really part of the broccoli kale family. The dull, waxy leaves turn deep green when cooked, so you want to look for healthy clusters and white flowers at the top. The crunchy stems are slightly bitter, but they're packed full of vitamin E, iron, and calcium. Banana leaves are large and flexible, waterproof, and really, really pretty. Wrapping and steaming food in the leaves gives your food a hint of sweetness. Banana leaves are not for eating, they're for decorating and presenting your food, and to infuse that hint of sweetness to your dish. Broken rice is made in a very interesting way. The grains are broken during milling process and while transporting the rice grains. It's used to make starch and used for congee and fried rice. The texture is softer, like coarse couscous, and more nutty in flavor than unbroken rice. And plus, you get to eat it with a spoon. Hey, we just cleaned the wok and we're gonna heat it up with about a tablespoon of oil. Here's about 2 cups of Chinese sausage, all sliced up nicely like this. And if you're wondering what Chinese sausage is, it's usually pork. Sometimes you can get chicken or duck, but it's a cured sausage, like a French charcuterie. Let's add this in. I'm gonna fry this a little bit until it gets a little crispy. We'll be ready when the bits of oil in the sausage turn a little bit translucent. And the skin's gonna start bubbling like this and start turning this light golden brown color. So we got about 2 cups of gailan, mostly the stems, but this is okay, we only have a little bit of leaves. We're gonna toss about 2 cups of chopped gailan in. Give that a good stir. And by this time, the Chinese sausage has released a lot of oil, so we don't have to add any more. Now it's time to add a little hoisin sauce. So you want about a tablespoon. Give that a good mix. Now we're gonna sprinkle in some sesame seeds. One more for good luck. The gailan's almost done. You don't want to overcook the gailan because you want that nice crispy crunch when you bite into a piece. Time to add in some fried onions. This is about a nice big heaping tablespoon. And a nice heaping tablespoon of chopped up green onion like this. Looks like that's good. Scoop out beautiful ingredients. With the heat still on, a little bit lower though, because we're gonna start working on the star of the show, the broken rice. All that goodness in there. And the residual oil will help cook the broken rice. So really we're warming it up. You can turn on the heat a little bit higher, but not too high because it's already pre-cooked. Just warming it up. And it looks pretty white, so we're gonna add a little bit of color to it. Buy some soy sauce. You don't want too much because otherwise it'll be too salty, but just enough to color. You can always add more if you need to. And while the other ingredients are still warm, we gotta quickly add the Chinese pork, the sausages, and the gailan. In it goes. Give that a quick toss. Quick stir, mix it all in. Oh my gosh, everything's coming together nicely. And we can't forget about the eggs that we made up earlier. That goes in last. And this is why you don't want to overcook the egg, because toss it in, break it up a little bit so it's still in pieces. So at this point, we're just giving it a good mix, warming up all the ingredients. Smells great. I'm gonna turn off the heat and grab a plate. And for serving, I've got this beautiful banana leaf ready to go on the plate. And a little tip is, when you get your banana leaf, just get a little bit of oil and rub it all over to get that nice shiny coating. So pretty, smells amazing. And now for a little cilantro garnish, just some leaves roughly chopped up. Our star of the show is ready, broken fried rice with Chinese pork sausage and gailan. Rice can be used in a hot or cold dish, and in this one we're gonna do a wild rice salad. We're gonna start with about 4 cups of pre-cooked wild rice, and how you cook it is just like regular rice. Pot, water, simmer, but it takes a little bit longer to cook, so you want to simmer for about 35 to 40 minutes. And once it's done, cool it, you're good. Here we've got a block of extra firm tofu. Just look at how firm it is. Oh boy, that's extra firm. So what we need to do is we need to cut it into 1/2-inch pieces, like cubes. So we're gonna do this. So cut slices first. And then we're gonna take these slices, stack them, cut them into strips, and then cube it. And now we're gonna heat up some oil in a pan here. And we're gonna heat up about 2 teaspoons of coconut oil here. Coconut oil is ready, let's add the tofu. And we're gonna lightly pan fry this tofu. You wanna fry the tofu so it has a nice golden crust. The great thing about extra firm tofu is because you have to stir so much, it won't break up as easily as like medium firm or soft. When the tofu develops this nice golden brown crust, it's time to add 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. And a little bit of black pepper. About 1/4 teaspoon. The tofu's ready, so let's turn this off. And we'll let it cool. And while it's cooling, let me tell you about this amazing miso dressing for the wild rice salad. Here's a miso dressing that will really pack a punch. We'll start with 2 tablespoons of white miso. Then stir in 2 tablespoons of honey. We'll add 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. Then 2.5 tablespoons of rice vinegar. Can't forget to add that minced shallot, and the juice of half an orange will add that sweet citrus note. Give it a good mix, and now it's ready for your wild rice salad. Our tofu is cooled, so we're ready to start mixing the salad. Got the wild rice here. Now we're going to add a heaping cup of chopped up, sliced up carrots. And then about a cup of edamame beans. And we're also going to add in that tofu we made, that we fried up, all crispy. And now we're going to add in that miso dressing. All of it, all of that tangy, sweet, savory goodness. Give that a good toss. Look at those bright colors. It's my favorite part. Salads, can eat them all day long. Best part is mixing because all the ingredients come together. It's mesmerizing. Now it's time to plate this up. We can't forget to put in the chopped up cilantro and a touch of sesame seeds. Ta-dam! So wild rice salad for you and your family to share. Have you ever wanted to make sticky rice but don't want to put all that effort in? Well, this recipe today is going to be easy, simple. We're making sticky rice with a yucca root with a little bit of roasted crushed peanuts on top, and that's it. And we're going to start with soaking some glutinous rice just overnight. Don't forget to wash it to get rid of some of that starch and impurities. So that's what we have here. This is about 300 grams. Toss this in a bowl. And now we're gonna add the yucca root. And the yucca root has also been soaking. So when you look for yucca root at the Asian supermarket, it'll be in the produce aisle. It'll look like a long, brown, waxy turnip. And when you look at it here, it's been peeled, so you definitely wanna peel it and soak it. When you peel the outside waxy layer, it's gonna be very, very white. It's similar to a taro root, but not purple. It's just this pale white, creamy white. So we've got about 300 grams soaking. We're gonna toss this in. And now we're gonna add about a teaspoon of salt. We'll give this a good mix. Now that it's mixed very well, very thoroughly, we're gonna steam this. And you wanna get a wicker basket about this. So a little flat here, flattish bottom, and you gotta make sure it fits into your steamer. Pour this in. Get all those grains of sticky rice. Use your hand if you need to. So with the handy spoon, you just want to make sure that there's a well in the middle. So pushing all the ingredients to the edges. And the reason I'm doing this is because we want the steam to come up and cook everything evenly. And also, if you don't have enough water in your pot and you run out, this is a good way to just pour the water straight down the middle into the pot. And I've got a pot going already and it's boiling up a storm, so that steam is ready. Whoa! We're ready to set this in the pot. And the lid back on. Now we're just gonna let it steam for about 35 to 45 minutes. But you do wanna set your timer and just say, hey, about halfway through, check on this. And here's a secret tip that my mom taught me. It helps to keep your rice moist and make it extra chewy so that you can taste every single kernel. So yeah, just halfway through, grab some water and sprinkle. Sprinkle away. And that's it, that's a secret trick. And that's all you have to do. So 35, 45 minutes of steaming and done, easy. Hey, it's been about 45 minutes. Let's check on the sticky rice and yucca. Well, looks like it's ready. You can tell the yucca root is ready when it becomes this more translucent, so kind of like this pale yellow, so it's not white anymore. That's when you know it's ready. And look at these sticky rice kernels, or these grains, they're intact. That's a good sign. We did it right. That secret tip worked. And now for the final touch, we're just gonna sprinkle some toasted peanuts on. Actually sprinkle a lot. It looks very simple, but it's very hearty. It's very filling. Some sesame seeds. Make sure they're toasted. And finally, some salt. Well, there you have it, the easiest, simplest sticky rice recipe ever. Sticky rice with yucca root. Done. Rice is my favorite because I just grew up eating it pretty much every day. Like, could be even 3 times a day. So it just brings me back to my childhood. It's just a staple I go back to, brings me back home. The sticky rice and yucca dish is my favorite because it's just an everyday one. It's not super fancy. The yucca adds that nice, it's got a chewy, starchy texture to it, and it really complements the sticky rice. And then when you put the roasted peanuts on top, that adds a nice crunch to it. Broken rice used to be a lower class rice, but because it has a different texture and also a slightly nuttier flavor than regular rice, everybody started loving it. When you have that big spoonful or big mouthful of the broken rice, fried together with the Chinese sausage, and then on top of that, the nice crunch and the fresh green taste of the gailan. So it all comes together, and then don't forget a little bit of soy sauce just to bring out even more flavors. So using rice in a cold dish is really amazing, but make sure you pick, wild rice is really good because it's got that outer husk that keeps the rice together and not all mushy when you're mixing all those crunchy, fresh carrots and all those ingredients together. So that's why this salad, the wild rice, makes it a perfect cold dish salad. Rice is such a staple in Chinese cooking. It's the basis for all your dishes to go with. It soaks up all the sauces, and you have to remember, you gotta shovel every last grain into your mouth. Don't be shy, just shovel with your chopsticks. That's how you get every last grain.